Hi everyone, welcome back to Bill's podcast. In this session, we are going to discuss about the major announcement made in the Godrej Group where the brand got split. And regarding that, article came in the newspaper which says Godrej Group could see the birth of another property developer.
Well, what the article is saying is Godrej Properties is part of the group, Godrej Group.
Okay.
And now the way the cousins are splitting, like how Anil Ambani and Mukesh Ambani split, they're saying after a cool-off period, people who are not in the property business can enter the property business.
Okay.
And they may be feeling inclined to enter the property business because they have the Godrej brand under them. And the brand is doing very well. And they have property, what do you call it, bank, land bank. So they might decide to enter the property and it can happen. It's not saying it will happen.
Okay.
It's saying the possibility of it happening is there because of under the future terms, the family agreement which is there. Some of the riders in the treaty may limit short-term growth, but even other branches are ready to operate in real estate. This is what he's saying.
Okay.
So you'll have to wait and watch. Now, the flip of the question is real estate really so good in India? My reading of it is, yes, if you need a house for you to live in, it makes sense buying a house. But like I said, if the rent is higher than your EMI, then of course you should buy. But if the EMI is more than the rent, there is no motivation for you to buy. Is my read of it. As then I would play with my money like that.
Okay.
If it is cheaper for me to rent, I would rather rent and take that extra cash and invest it and keep saving until the real estate market corrects, where the rental demand drops to the point where the EMI makes sense, where the EMI becomes cheaper than renting it. At that point of time, then you can of course buy the property. But this is where I stand. And the way the Indian real estate market is right now, I feel it is not smart to enter it. Now the flip of it is you see DLF share price, you see Godrej Property share price. As we're recording this video, it's up today by some 9% or 10%. Investors seem gung-ho about it. They seem that the future prospect of real estate is great and it's going to be continuing to be great for the foreseeable future. So that's what's giving these eye-watering evaluations.
Okay.
But if you look at Godrej evaluations through the last 10 years, that is just the PE, tracking it for the last 10 years and seeing, even then it doesn't make sense because the median, that means the average PE for Godrej Properties share, right, over the last 10 years is 73, which is still high.
Too much high.
But we're at
10 years also.
Yeah, 10 years is it's at 73.5. So 73 you say. But we are right now at 108. We're not even close to the median for you to even consider the stock. Because you have to analyze each stock individually on its own merit. So if you see the track record of Godrej for 10 years, all the ups and downs, okay. And even if you see in the maximum, since they launched, right, way back from 2010, now they're older than this data is only going down to 2010. From 2010 till now, which is more than 20 years, right? We're almost reaching 24, 25 years. The median PE is 57. So we're nowhere near close to the middle.
Okay.
So as an investor also, I cannot say consider any real estate, especially Godrej Properties. Now what happens post-split also you have to wait and watch. If the other faction decides to get into properties, there will be competition in Godrej among Godrej itself. We'll have to see how they decide to fight with each other. On the market, that is, not internally. Family gets along very well. I'm talking about on the market, how they compete with each other. We have to wait and watch as an investor to see where to put your money. My advice would be to wait and watch. And if people who are in real estate, I'm sure there's good news for them. And people who own real estate property shares, post-split, they'll also be happy because whatever happens, they stand to gain.
Okay. So overall, is it a good news for the Godrej investors? Because many companies listed in the stock market.
Well, it is good news for the Godrej investors, no doubt about that. But going forward, how it's going to be, you'll have to wait and because you got new leadership.
Yeah.
What the new leaders decide to do, we have to wait and watch. Like I said many times, all it takes is one stupid mistake. And everything can fall apart very fast. This is true in a country level. It is true in a corporate level. It is true even in a personal level. You make the wrong investment and your wealth can be wiped out. So we have to wait and watch. And your investment should be based on not in the past, on what the current future guy is going to give you in the future.
How is the business going to evolve?
Correct. Because the past is already over. So you cannot bet on something based on the past. So you have to wait and watch what the current leader and his crew decide to do. You have to wait and watch. We'll see.
So how does this Godrej Properties do their business? Is it like a real estate promoter?
No. They buy land, they enter joint venture.
Mm.
Otherwise, they have their own land bank, which they would have bought long ago.
Okay.
And in that, they'll decide to build property and they decide to sell it. They build, it's all completely in-house. They have land, they build on that and they sell it.
Okay.
And they're big builders. And they have a good reputation in the market as quality of building is also supposed to be good. So that is the main thing which attracts customers to buying their Godrej house. The design might not be fantastic.
Okay.
Might not be, having all the bells and whistles some other builder might have. But in terms of quality of building, Godrej have a brand and a name which they stand behind. They rightfully deserve that. And because the company is 150 years old.
Yeah.
So they have something to build on.
So I hope that this session was informative and interesting, and you had some knowledge about Godrej and the advantage it has in the real estate market after the split. So if you found this video informative and interesting, please like it and share it with your friends and subscribe to this channel for more videos. See you in another episode with a good and interesting topic. Thanks for watching the video.
Thank you.